earlier class, I have discussed some problems in one-dimensional motion with uniform acceleration. So I would like to continue the discussion. I would like to discuss some more problems. So I have shown the next problem on the screen. So after discussion of some problems, I will be giving you the assignment in kinematics. That is, I will be giving you a list of number of questions, mostly multiple choice questions in kinematics up to falling bodies, which you can try to do it yourself first. Later, you can go through the answers and solutions. So look at the question number 9. The velocity of a body moving in a straight line path decreases by 10% when it travels 3.8 centimeter. What total distance does it travel before coming to rest? Assume retardation to be uniform. The problems which I have done earlier are direct substitution problems. That means in the previous 8 questions, we got the answer by simply substituting all the given values in one of the equations of motion. So particularly in the previous 5 or 6 questions, we got the answer directly substituting all the given quantities of one of the equations. I mean direct substitutions problems. So most of the other problems can be classified into 3 categories. I mean majority of the other problems which you come across in one-dimensional motion with uniform acceleration, they can be classified into 3 types here. So most of the remaining problems in one-dimensional motion with uniform acceleration can be classified into 3 types. The problem is given in terms of velocities and displacements without mentioning about time intervals. Then you can solve the problem by using the equation v square minus square equal to 2as 2 times for the 2 cases in the problem. For example, if you are given a problem like this, a body moving in a straight line path with uniform retardation. The velocity of body moving in a straight line path with uniform retardation reduces to half when it travels a distance of 6 meters. What further distance it travels before coming to rest? That means if the problem is given in terms of velocities and distances without mentioning about time intervals, then you can usually solve the problem by using this equation v square minus square equal to 2as 2 times for the 2 cases of the problem. Suppose if the problem is given in terms of velocities and time intervals without mentioning about displacements, then it can be solved by using the equation a equal to v minus u by t or v equal to u plus et. For example, if you are given a problem like this, a body moving in a straight line path has a velocity of 10 meter per second at t equal to 3 seconds and has a velocity of 20 meter per second at t equal to 8 seconds. What is the velocity at t equal to 10 seconds? That means we are mentioned only velocities and time intervals, and if you are not mentioned about displacements. In such questions can be solved by using this equation a equal to v minus u by t or v equal to u plus at 2 times for the 2 situations in the problem. If the problem is suppose given in terms of displacements and time intervals. Without mentioning about velocities. Then you can solve the problem by using the equation s equal to ut plus half at square two times for the two cases in the problem. For example, if you are given a problem like this, a body moving in a straight line path with uniform acceleration covers 200 centimeter in the first 2 seconds and 220 centimeters in the next 4 seconds. Find its acceleration. Or a body moving in a straight line path with uniform. Another problem may be given like the body moving in a straight line path with given acceleration covers 16 meters in the first 3 seconds. What is the distance covered in the next 3 seconds? So when the problem is given in terms of displacements and time intervals, without mentioning about velocities, in such cases you can solve the problem by using the equation s equal to ut plus half at square two times for the two cases in the problem. Now I will come to the problem I have shown you on the screen. That is the problem number 9. The velocity of a body moving in a straight line path decreases by 10% when it travels 3.8 centimeters. Let the body travel from A to B in the first 3.8 centimeter. Let us suppose the body comes to rest at the point C. That means velocity becomes 0 at C. You have to find the distance covered from A to C. So velocity at A, let it be U, is the initial velocity. So given that velocity decreases by 10%, that means the velocity at B becomes 90% of the initial velocity at A. According to the problem, velocity decreases by 10% when it moves from A to B. So if U is the velocity at A, then velocity at B becomes 10% less than the velocity at A. That means 90% of the velocity, 90 U by 100. Here the problem is given in terms of velocities and displacements. So we solve the problem by using the equation v square 1 square equal to AS. First we use the equation v square minus v square equal to AS for motion from A to B. So we consider the motion from A to B. We use the equation v square minus square equal to AS for motion from A to B. Final velocity at B equal to 90 U by 100 or 9 U by 10. The initial velocity at A equal to U, displacement S equal to 3.8 centimeter. So this you can take U square common outside here. 81 by 100 minus 1 into U square. 2A into 3.8 centimeter. Quadratic equation number 1. Next we use the same equation for motion from A to C. So from motion from A to C, A is the initial position and C is the final position of the body. The initial velocity at A equal to U, final velocity at C is 0, S equal to D. It is given that the retardation is uniform. So we can assume that acceleration is a constant or same throughout the motion from A to C. Again using the same equation, v square minus square equal to AS. Now S equal to D here. V is 0. Now I can divide the equation 1 with equation 2 to solve for D. So 81 by 100 minus 1. You can simplify that yourself. You get minus 19 by 100 U square divided by minus U square for 2A into 3.8 centimeter divided by 2AD. Can simplify it yourself. So you get minus u square can cancel on the left side. A 2a can be cancelled on the right side. So you get d equal to 3.8 into 100 by 19 centimeter. So you get the answer as 20 centimeter. So answer is 20 centimeters. So if you want to copy the solution of the problem, you can take a pause and copy the solution of the problem. Then I will show you the next problem, question number 10 on the screen. Look at the next question, question number 10. The body moving in a straight line path with uniform acceleration has a velocity of 10 meters per second at a particular instant. After 5 seconds, its velocity becomes 20 meters per second. What was the velocity of the body 3 seconds before the particular instant? This problem was given one of the previous MSET examinations, 1990 MSET, commonly both for medical and engineering entrance. So let us suppose P is the position of the body at the particular instant at which its velocity is 10 meters per second. Let B be the position of the body after 5 seconds. At which its velocity is 20 meters per second. We are given that the velocity becomes 20 meters per second after 5 seconds. Let A be the position of the body 3 seconds before the particular instant. You are asked to find the velocity at the point A. You can observe that here the problem is given in terms of velocities and time intervals. Nothing is mentioned about displacement in any interval of time. So therefore you can choose the equation without the letter S, that is V equal to U plus H, or A equal to V minus U by T. So for motion from P to Q, can consider P as initial position of the body, Q B is P to B. B is the final position of the body. So initial velocity U at P 10 meters per second, final velocity V at B 20 meters per second. Time interval is 5 seconds. So using the formula A equal to V minus U by T for motion from P to B, final velocity at B is 20 meters per second, initial velocity at P is 10 meters per second after a time interval of 5 seconds. So you get the acceleration of 2 meters per second square. Next we consider the motion from A to P. For motion from A to P, time of motion is 3 seconds. The final velocity at P is 10 meters per second. In the present example, the body is moving with uniform acceleration. So acceleration of the body for motion from A to P is same as the acceleration of the body for motion from P to B, which is equal to 2 meters per second square. You have to find the initial velocity at A. So we select the equation in terms of these 4 letters. That is V equal to U plus AT. Come on, complete the calculation part yourself. If you want to copy the solution of the problem, you can take a pause and copy the solution of the problem. You substitute the values and simplify it yourself. You are supposed to get the answer as 4 meters per second. See the next question. Question number 11. Problem number 11 on the screen. A freely falling body covers a distance of 15.3 meter in a particular second. Find the distance covered by it in the next 2 seconds. You have to take g equal 9.8 meter per second square. So this problem can be solved by different methods. First, I tell you to the method that can be used for objective type problems in entrance examinations, the medical and engineering entrance examinations, where you can solve faster. As I discussed previously, a body moving in a straight line path with constant acceleration. The difference between the displacement covered in n plus 1th second and displacement covered in nth second is numerically equal to the acceleration. So displacement covered in n plus 1 second is numerically equal to displacement covered in nth second plus numerical value of acceleration. So here, if d is the distance covered in a particular second, d is the displacement covered in a particular second, say in nth second, the next displacement covered next second is numerically equal to d plus a. Let the body start falling from the point O. Let us suppose the body travels from A to B during the particular second when it covers the distance d equal to 15.3 meter. Let the body travel from B to C in the next 1 second. For example, the body travels from A to B in nth second, travels from B to C in n plus 1th second. I would like to show you on the screen here the solution of the problem. Let the body travel from A to B in the particular second during which it covers 15.3 meter. Here O is the point where it started, from where it started falling from rest. Let the body travel from B to C in the next 1 second. And let the body travel from the point C to D in the next 1 second later. That means if it travels from A to B in nth second, it travels from B to C in n plus 1 second and C to D in n plus 2 second. Using this conclusion which I discussed in the past, so distance from B to C is equal to D plus A. A is numerically equal to G here. A equal to G here. Distance from B to C, that is distance for next second numerically equal to D plus A or D plus G. A equal to G. So this the same way, distance from C to D will be equal to distance from B to C plus A. Distance from B to C is D plus G. A equal to G. So that will be D plus 2G. So total distance covered in the next 2 seconds is the distance from B to D. Distance from B to D equal to distance from B to C plus C to D. Distance from B to C is D plus G. Distance from C to D is D plus 2D. So distance covered next 2 seconds from B to D will be numerically equal to 2D plus 3G. Here D is 15.3 meters. G is equal to 9.8 numerically. This we can simplify this. That means the distance covered next 2 seconds. That means in the particular second mentioned in the problem, it moves from A to B, covers 15.3 meters. The next 2 seconds it travels from B to D and it covers a distance of 60 meters. Therefore, answer for the problem is 60 meters. I would like to solve the same problem again by another method. So those who want to copy this solution of this problem, they can take a pause and copy the solution of the problem. Absolutely. Let us suppose the body travels. Again, I am solving the same problem because it is problem number 11 by alternate method. Let the body travel from A to B during the particular 1 second interval of time during which it has covered a distance of 15.3 meters. Let the body travel from B to the another point C the next 2 seconds. You're asked to find distance called next 2 seconds. The body covers the displacement S1 equal to 15.3 meters in a time interval T1 equal to 1 second. You have to find the displacement cover next 2 seconds. I denote the displacement cover next 2 seconds by S2. There is one result which I have discussed in the past with explanation. Then I discussed the summary of the formulae for motion in a straight line with constant acceleration. As I discussed, and I have shown you the calculation behind the conclusion also, that in general, if a body moving in a straight line path with constant acceleration covers a displacement S1 in a time interval T1 and a displacement S2, the next time interval T2, then its acceleration is given by A equal to 2 into S2 T1 minus S1 T2 divided by T1 T2 into T1 plus T2. So here acceleration is for the freely falling body equal to G. 2 into S2 T1 is equal to 1 second. S1 equal to 15.3 meters. And T2 equal to 2 seconds. So T1 is 1 second. T2 is 2 seconds. T1 plus T2 will be 1 plus 2 or 3 seconds. And G you can take it as equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So this you can simplify to solve for S2 here. 15.3 to 2 you can write as 30.6 by this you can simplify it further and you can simplify it yourself and complete the calculation part. This 2 also gets cancelled here. So you get 29.4 plus 30.6 meter equal to S2. So you get the same answer, that is 60 meters. But some of you may not remember the conclusion I have written here, which of course I have discussed in the past. Both the methods I have discussed for problem number 11 cannot be used if you are given a similar problem in board examination. These methods can be used only to solve faster for objective type of examination like NEET or MCET or AIEEE, but you cannot use this method for the intermediate board examination or any board examination. So I would like to also solve the same problem again by the usual method by which you are supposed to solve. in the intermediate public examination, board examination, in case you are given a similar problem in the board examination. So again, next I am going to solve the same question here. So the body starts falling from rest from the point O. Let the body travel from A to B during the particular second during which it covers a distance of 15.3 meter. Let the body travel from B to C in the next 2 seconds. You have to find the distance covered in the next 2 seconds. Let us suppose the distance covered in the next 2 seconds I denote it by D, which you have to find. So here the problem is given in terms of displacements and time intervals. So you can solve this problem by using s equal to ut plus half at square twice. Once for motion from A to B, next for motion from A to C. So for motion from A to B, you can use the formula s equal to ut plus half at square. For motion from A to B, A is the initial position, B is the final position. And the body is falling under gravity, so A equal to G, that is 9.8 meter per second square throughout the motion. For motion from A to B, displacement is 15.3 meter. Let U be the initial velocity A, which you have to, which you are not given in the problem. And time of motion from A to B is 1 second. The acceleration equal to 9.8 meter per second square. T equal to 1 second. So you can simplify this. And find the value of U. So I get the velocity at the point A as 10.4 meter per second. Same will be the initial velocity A when you consider the motion from A to C. Next we consider the motion from A to C. For motion from A to C, A is the initial position of the body and C is the final position of the body. So again, time of motion from A to B is 1 second. Time of motion from B to C is 2 seconds. So total time of motion from A to C is 3 seconds. Acceleration A equal to again G, which is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. And displace initial velocity A equal to 10.4 meter per second. Displacement for motion from A to B is equal to 15.3 meter plus D, which you have to find. So again use the same equation, S equal to ut plus half at square. Now for motion from A to C, you can substitute as U equal to here 10.4, T equal to 10.4 meter per second, T equal to 3 seconds, A equal to 9.8 meter per second square, T equal to 3 seconds. And S equal to on the left hand side, you can substitute a 15.3 meter plus D. This you can try to simplify it yourself. You are asked to find the distance D, which is covered next 2 seconds from B to C. This you try to simplify it yourself. If you want to copy the solution of this problem, you can take a pause and copy the solution of this problem. In case you are given a problem of this model in the board examination, then you are supposed to solve this problem by this method. So any problem in the board examination, any problem given in the board examination, intermediate public examination or any other board examination, you are supposed to solve by using the basic equations of motion which are discussed in the prescribed textbook. So you can complete the calculation, copy the solution of the problem. You can take a pause and copy the solution of the problem and complete the calculation. say the question number 12. A freely falling body covers a distance of 30 meters during a particular second. Find the distance traveled by it during the next half second. G is given at 10 meters per second square. So this problem also looks similar to the previous problem, but you cannot apply the first method I have discussed for problem number 11 for this problem 12. That means you cannot use the method D plus A or D plus G like that, because you are not asked to find distance called next 1 second. You are asked to find distance called next half second. So let O be the starting point from where the body begins to fall freely under gravity. Let us suppose the body travels from A to B during the particular second when it has covered a distance of 30 meters. So time of motion from A to B is 1 second. Let us suppose the body travels from B to C the next half second. Let S2 be the distance covered next half second. So here the problem is given for objective type of question paper. In entrance examination, you can directly use one of the derived results I have discussed previously. That is, if a body moving in a straight line path with uniform acceleration, suppose covers a displacement S1 in a time interval T1 and a displacement S2 the next time interval T2, then its acceleration is given by 2 into S2 T1 minus S1 T2 divided by T1 T2 by T1 plus T2. So for the freely falling body, here A equal to G. That is given to be 10 meters per second square. S2 you have to find. T1 is 1 second. S1 is 30 meters. T2 is half second. So T1 is 1 second and T2 is half second. T1 plus T2 will be 1 plus half or 3 by 2 seconds. So you can substitute G equal to 10 meters per second square on the left hand side. Simplify it further. You can simplify it further here. Get 10 into 3 by 4 into half meter equal to S2 minus 15 meter. You can simplify this yourself. Further, you can copy down. If you want to copy down the solution of the problem, you can take a pause and copy the solution of this problem. You'll get the answer as 18.75 meter. But this method can be applied only for objective type of paper. In case this problem is same model problem is given in regular intermediate examination, public examination or board examination, you have to use the method which I have discussed in the last for problem number 11. That is, you have to use the equation S equal to ut plus half at square. First for motion from A to B. Next, use the same equation S equal to ut plus half at square for motion from A to C. Then you get the same answer. But if the problem is given in objective type of papers in competitive examinations, you can solve more faster if you are able to remember this result. Even if you are unable to remember the result, there is no danger. You can also work out the problem by using the basic equation of motion S equal to ut plus half at square. First for motion from A to B, Next, you can use the same equation for motion from A to C. Next, let us see the question number 13. So you can see this problem. A freely falling body covers a distance of 24.4 meters in a particular second. Find the distance covered by it in the previous second. This problem can also be solved faster by making use of the conclusions which are discussed before. One of the conclusions which I have discussed previously. The body moves in a straight line path with uniform acceleration. Then difference between the displacements covered in successive seconds numerically equal to the acceleration. So in general, if a body moving in a straight line path with uniform acceleration covers a displacement d in a particular second, then as I discussed earlier, displacement covered in the previous second is numerically equal to d plus a. I'm sorry, displacement covered in the next second is numerically equal to d plus a, and displacement covered in the previous second will be numerically equal to d minus a. For a freely falling body, a equal to g. So distance covered in a particular second is given as 24.5 minus 9.8. That comes out to 14.7. So answer will be 14.7 meter. But you cannot use this method for board examination. This method can be used for objective type of paper, question multiple choice question paper, where your working is not verified. But in case you are given similar problem in board examination, you are expected to solve the problem by using the equations of motion. Trying to solve the same problem with alternate method. Let us suppose the body starts falling from rest from the point O. Let the body travel from A to B and B to C. That means it travel from A to B in 1 second. Travel from B to C next 1 second. You are given that the body, the freely falling body covers a distance of 24.5 meters in a particular second. And you are asked to find the distance covered in the previous second. Let us suppose the body travels from B to C during the particular 1 second time interval, during which it has covered this distance 24.5 meters. Let us suppose the body travels from A to B in the previous 1 second. And D is the distance covered during the previous 1 second, which you have to find out. The problem is given in terms of displacements and time intervals. Therefore, you can solve the problem by using the equation s equal to ut plus half it square. Let u be the velocity at A. So for motion from A to B, we use the equation s equal to ut plus half at square. S equal to d here. Time interval for motion from A to B is 1 second. The acceleration for freely falling body equal to g, that is 9.8 meter per second square. T equal to 1 second. You call this as equation number 1. Next, you consider the motion from A to C. For motion from A to C, initial velocity at A equal to u. Time of motion from A to C will be 1 second plus 1 second or 2 seconds. Displacement s equal to d plus 24.5 meters. Again, we use the same equation. S equal to ut plus half d square. Here s will be d plus 24.5 meters and t is 2 seconds. And A equal 9.8 meter per second square and t is 2 seconds. Now you can subtract you have to solve the equations 1 and 2 to find d. If you want to copy the solution of this problem, you can take a pause and copy the solution of this problem. If you subtract the Equation 1 from equation 2, you get 24.5 meters equal to u into 1 second plus half into 9.8 into 4 minus 1, 3 meters. So this you get 24.5 minus 14.7. So each velocity at A you will get as a 9.8 meter per second. So you substitute this value of u in the first equation to find d. You can substitute this value of u in the equation 1 and find the value of d yourself and try to complete the problem yourself. If you want to copy the solution of the problem, you can take a pause and copy the solution of the problem. You get the same answer which I have discussed by the previous method, that is 14.7 meters. Say the next question, next problem. Actually, the results of the next problem you have to, it will better if you can remember, but still, of course, I discuss it. Probably most of you know these results also, but still, I would like to discuss them. A body falls freely under gravity from a height h. What is the first part of the question? Time taken by to reach the ground. Second part of the question, magnitude of velocity of the body just before it strikes the ground. Third part of the question, magnitude of the average velocity of the body during the free fall in terms of g and h. All answers are supposed to be expressed in terms of g and h. Fourth part of the question, you have to find distance covered during the last second. I mean, what is the numerical value of the distance covered during last second? So for a freely falling body, you can take u equal to 0, a equal to g. The body falls freely under gravity from height h above the ground in the given problem. So if you use the formula s equal to t plus half et square for entire motion, let us suppose the total time of free fall be denoted by capital T seconds. Then using the formula s equal to t plus half et square, you will get h equal to half g into capital T square. So time taken to reach the ground, from this you get root of 2h by g. This is the answer for the first question. And if you use the equation v square minus square equal to as for motion under gravity, complete motion, the speed of the body will be maximum during just before it strikes the ground. A equal to g and f equal to h. So magnitude the velocity just before it strikes the ground, or magnitude the maximum velocity during the free fall, is root 2 gh. That is the answer for second question. In third part of the question, you are asked to find the magnitude of the average velocity during the free fall. So magnitude of the average velocity during the free fall, you can write u plus v by 2. At the beginning of fall, initial velocity is 0. And final velocity is equal to maximum velocity just before it strikes the ground. That means average velocity is equal to half of the maximum velocity. Maximum velocity is root 2 gh. So you get root of gh by 2. That's the answer for third question. All these three results we can straight away use in some of the objective type questions to solve faster. That is, the body falls freely under gravity from height h above the ground. The time taken by to reach the ground is given for root of 2h by g. And magnitude of the velocity just before it strikes the ground is root 2 gh. And magnitude of the average velocity during the free fall is root of gh by 2. Coming to the Last part of the question. Displacement covered by the freely falling body during the nth second is numerically equal to g by 2 into 2n minus 1. If total time of free fall is suppose capital T seconds, then you can say Tth second is the last second. So to find the distance covered last second means in the Tth second, you can substitute n equal to T. So distance covered in the Tth second and last second is numerically equal to g by 2 into T minus 1. Or you can write gt minus g by 2. You can substitute this value of T here, capital T equal to root of 2h by g. So distance covered in the last second is numerically equal to root 2gh minus g by 2. The g by 2 is outside the square root symbol. So that will be the result for the fourth question. That means in case you are able to remember these conclusions of the 4 questions, you will be able to solve some of the problems more faster. That is, when the body falls freely under gravity from a height h above the ground, then total time of free fall is root of 2h by g. Magnitude of velocity just before it strikes the ground is root 2gh. Magnitude of the average velocity during the free fall is root of gh by 2. The distance covered in the last second of the free fall is numerically equal to root of 2gh minus g by 2.